everybody. So in this hopefully fairly short lecture, we do have a lot to cover. I'm going to be going over some tutoring and group work basics that you'll need to be aware of for our class. Even if you've taken a class with me before, hang in there for the entirety of the lecture. There are some new things and some updates. All right, let's get started. So first, we've got tutoring requirements. Tutoring is a requirement for our class. Make sure that you are planning on getting tutoring throughout the semester. Remember that it is available for free on campus or online. So we've got lots of great tutoring options available for our students here, and we want to take advantage of those, right? So your required meetings. You are required to attend tutoring 5 times per semester, and you have some due dates, right? So these are scattered throughout the semester so that you are consistently going to tutoring from the very beginning all the way till the end of the semester. So 5 of those are required. They are graded, and we will go over some more details about those things. In addition to that, if you go to between 6 and 10 tutoring sessions throughout the semester, you can earn some extra credit for that. So I'll go over that towards the end of our lecture. So first of all, where do I find tutoring? First, you're going to go to our Canvas page, go to modules, and then go to the welcome module. From there, you want to click on the Make Your 5 Required Tutoring Appointments link, and that will take you to the Learning Center website. That is kind of where you're going to find all of the info that you need, such as location and contact info for the Learning Center. And that's just one of the places that you can get tutoring on campus. You should follow the directions on their website to find various tutoring locations, including in the Henry Madden Library on the bottom floor. It's like subterranean below the ground level, like a cool underground layer down there. They also keep books and comfy chairs down there. If you haven't checked it out, make sure that you go do that. You can also get tutoring in the Kremen Education Building at the Writing Center. At the time of recording this lecture, I do believe the Writing Center is still currently operating on Zoom only. So check out their website for details about that. And then there are details in the syllabus under the extra help section where you can find, contact info about all of these awesome different places that you can get tutoring on campus. I've also included some contact info here for the Learning Center. So here's their address, an email address that you can use to reach them, and then phone number as well, and their semester hours. So they are pretty standard, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Again, all of that is also available on their website. So I mentioned that you have 5 different tutoring meetings that need to happen at the bare minimum for our class. And you can make an appointment with a tutor, and I highly, highly recommend doing this because their walk-in schedule is very limited. So we need to know how to make an appointment. So the first thing you need to do is go to their site, right? Remember to go to Canvas, modules, the welcome module, and then there's a link that says Make Your 5 Required Tutoring Appointments. That will take you to the Learning Center's website. And from there, you can click on the tutoring schedule to make an appointment. When you click on this, it's going to open a big spreadsheet that shows you when various tutors are available and gives you directions for how to make appointments depending on which place you are visiting, right? If that is all just a little bit too complicated for you or too, it's all too much, right? That's okay. You can always just stop by in person and they will walk you through making an appointment or even make one for you. You can also email or pick up your phone and actually call them. I know this is not something that the kids do, right? I'm an old lady and I still make phone calls. But it is doable, and it is sometimes the fastest way to get yourself that appointment. So don't be afraid to give them a call if you're running into any trouble. I am also happy to help you with this. So if you have any problems with making an appointment or you can't find one that fits your schedule, text me on the Remind app or stop by my office hours, and I'm happy to help you with that. Quick note about appointments. Please make sure that you make your appointments early. Tutors are in high demand. Make sure that you cancel if you can't make it so that somebody else can get that spot. So once you have made your tutoring appointment, you do need to do just a couple of other things to prepare for tutoring. Number one, make sure that you have made an appointment. Number two, make sure that you bring a copy of your tutoring verification form. So the tutoring verification form is something that you need to bring with you to every tutoring appointment that you go to. And when I click on this link here, it will take me to the tutoring verification form. You'll notice that this is a master copy. That means that none of my students and no tutors, nobody besides me, is able to edit this document, right? So I have made you very detailed directions here about how to make a copy of this form so that you and your tutor can edit that. So you're going to need a tutoring verification form for every tutoring session that you go to. So just kind of keep that in mind. Links to the tutoring verification form are available all over, but one place to find that is in the Welcome module on Canvas. So go to Canvas, go to Modules, and then go to the Welcome module, and you'll see a link that says Tutoring Verification Form. So once you have that and your tutor has that, you're going to work together with your tutor on any kind of assignment for our class. It does have to be for our class. You can't go in with like a math assignment or something and get credit for English tutoring. But you can do a variety of different things with your tutor, right? So maybe I know that I have a difficult reading to get through, and I want my tutor to help me with that. Or maybe I have an assignment that, asks me to, say, annotate, and I want some help with that. Or maybe we're writing an essay and I would like some help, planning or editing that essay to kind of fit the prompt, right? So you can ask your tutor for help with anything class related. It does not have to be an assignment. It can just be, a reading or something like that. While you guys are doing those things, fill out that tutoring verification form and then make sure that you keep a copy of it so that you can turn that in by the due date. And you're just going to repeat this process 5 times per semester for basic credit. After that, if you would like some extra credit, remember that you can get extra credit for going to additional tutoring appointments. So you would just repeat the same exact process and then keep track of your tutoring verification forms, number 6 through 10. And extra credit gets turned in during the very last week of instruction. So you'll need to hold on to all of those tutoring verification forms. Make sure you're saving a new copy each time so that you don't accidentally erase those old ones. And then you would submit them during finals week for that wonderful extra credit. If you are curious about extra credit, your basic credit for each assignment is worth 10 points, which is pretty standard. And then your extra credit is also worth 10 points. So 10 points for each additional with a max of 50 points of extra credit. That is a lot of extra credit. It is the only kind of extra credit that I will offer. So if you want to put some cushion around your grade, extra credit tutoring is a great option for you. So what should I do during my tutoring appointments? Make sure that you're prepared. Visit your tutor in person or on Zoom, depending on how you scheduled your appointment. Give your tutor a copy of the tutoring verification form. Work together on your class-related assignment. Make sure you ask them to complete their portion at the end of your appointment. So please do not do super inconsiderate things such as not showing up for your appointment or showing up and expecting that the tutor will give you credit for just kind of hanging out there. Come prepared to work. I will hear about it if you do not. Tutors are awesome, and they're also awesome at keeping me in the loop. And then again, make sure you're turning that in. Repeat times 5 for basic credit, repeat times 6 through 10 for extra credit. Some troubleshooting that students can run into. What to do if I can't find an appointment time. As I mentioned previously, pick up the phone and give them a good old-fashioned phone call, or just show up there in person and ask. Maybe there's been a cancellation. Maybe they, have some additional openings that they can make happen. It's not going to hurt to ask. Make sure that you schedule earlier in the future, right? So schedule early. They do book up pretty fast. You can also try another location, right? We've got the Writing Center and the Learning Center. There are also different options such as supplemental instruction or a workshop. If you're in a pinch and you ask me if one of those things might work, I might consider letting it, depending on your track record. Like if you just forget to schedule every time, I'm probably not going to pity you very much. But if normally you remember and this one slipped your mind, I might be able to make something else, count as tutoring. As a last-ditch effort, you can also make an appointment with me during office hours, and I can help you with tutoring. But that is like a Hail Mary. I have tried all of these things and nothing else is working, and I'm desperate kind of situation. And what to do if you cannot edit the tutor verification form. Read the directions more carefully. The directions tell you how to make a copy of the form so that you can edit that and then give that to your tutor. So there are some specific things you need to do. It's very easy once you have the hang of it, but the first time might take you a couple minutes. But you do need to make a copy and then give anybody permission to edit that particular copy and then share the link with your tutor. So just make sure you're doing all of those things. If you happen to need more support, or if I notice that you need more support because maybe you're struggling with the class content or your study skills seem like they could use a little bit more support, or if you just want a super fun and relaxing place to study, sign up for some extra support with the Learning Center. You've got some great options, including supplemental instruction. And this is kind of like a guided study group that you would do with your peers. So if you just want like some accountability, where you're like, I just need to be reminded to go hang out and, work on my homework, then that might be a great option for you. They also have academic success coaching, and this is more of a one-on-one thing where if I'm struggling to, just figure out how Canvas works, or maybe I'm struggling to stay on top of my assignments, or I'm struggling to stay motivated because I'm distracted by some health issues or something else going on in my life. Academic success coaching is there to get you some one-on-one support so that they can work specifically with you on whatever help you need to make you successful. So another great option that we have available here on campus. And then we've also got academic success workshops. And these are going to be kind of short workshops on specific topics. And then you can just sort of drop by to attend whichever ones you're into. So all of these are free. All of them happen out of the Learning Center. So make sure that you ask for more information about those or click on these links. I will include a copy of this PowerPoint so that you guys can have access to these links so you can browse through those different things that are available for you. If I notice that you may be struggling or you may benefit from any of these things, I might also ask some of the folks that are involved in these different programs to go ahead and reach out to you. So if you hear from one of them, make sure that you answer their call, answer their email, and take advantage of these awesome programs. All right. So that is the tutoring half of our quick lecture. Now we're moving on to the group portion. So if you've been in my class before, you are familiar with groups. If not, then now you're going to be familiar with groups. So everybody has been assigned to a group this semester. You can see which group you're in by going to Canvas, clicking on Modules, going to the welcome module, and then clicking the link that says get in touch with your groups. That's going to take you to a Google Doc that shows not only which group you're in, but also gives you lots of good information about what groups are and how we use them in our class. It is your responsibility sometime during the first couple days of class to contact your groups using the Canvas inbox. So you'll just go to your Canvas inbox, start a message, type in your group names, and then send kind of like a big group email out just so that you guys can touch bases. From there, I highly recommend swapping contact info so that you guys can like text each other, do a video call, use some kind of social media, however you guys want to keep in touch in a way that works for you. But groups are an integral part of our class and absolutely required. So make sure that you are embracing this idea of like, I have a group and I'm going to be an active, participating, helpful part of that group. So group requirements. You are required to meet with your group 5 times throughout the semester. I don't care how you guys meet or where you meet. You can meet in person, you can meet online, whatever you would like to do works for me. Just make sure that you have a plan and it works for everybody, and try to be as inclusive as you can and as flexible as you can because everyone's busy, right? Meeting with your group 6 or more times can earn you some extra credit as well. So there is an incentive to going above and beyond those requirements. Due dates for your 5 required group reflections are listed in the schedule of classes, and each group member needs to submit their own group reflections. So there's no group work. Your group is just there to support you throughout the semester. So the idea is that we want a group of people that I can contact, if I don't know what's due, if I'm having a hard time with an assignment, if I'm feeling overwhelmed, if I want to go out and get a bite to eat and I just, want to make some friends on campus, all of those good things can stem from groups. So that's the group kind of basics and requirements. So what about extra credit? To earn extra credit, you need to first meet the basic requirements for tutoring and group work. Okay, so you have to do those basic 5 required tutoring sessions and those basic 5 required group meetings. You also need to submit the assignments for those, right? So make sure that you're submitting your group reflections and your tutoring reflections on time. You will see those on Canvas. If you're curious about when they are due, you can go to our syllabus and then go to the schedule of classes, and you'll see all of the due dates for all of these so that you can plan way in advance, because I know everybody is busy. Same thing goes for your tutor, right? You want to make sure that you do all of those things. So once you have met those basic requirements, then you can start earning extra credit. So to earn extra credit for tutoring is only slightly different than earning extra credit for your group work. So remember to get and keep extra tutoring verification forms if you go to additional tutoring. That's the only difference, right? So let's say I want to go to tutoring for extra credit. I need to make sure that I have done additional tutoring. I have kept the tutoring verification form, and then I hold on to that thing until the end of the semester when I'm going to turn this in. So you can get 10 points of extra credit for going to tutoring. You max out at 50 points of extra credit. For your groups, you can get 5 points of extra credit for additional group meetings. And you just need to keep track of who you met with, how you guys met, and what you worked on in whatever way you would like to. You don't need a verification form, but I will ask you for those details. And then you're going to turn in all of that during the very last week of classes. Additionally, attending workshops or supplemental instruction might be able to earn you extra credit. Talk to me if you're going to, supplemental instruction, or if you're going to stop and hit up a workshop, let me know, so that I can decide if we're going to give you some extra credit and so that we can discuss how you might keep track of that. All right, so that is tutoring and group work stuff that you need to know for the semester. These things are going to help you. They're going to help your grades. They're going to help you be more involved in your class, which will help your grades, along with just helping you be amazing and fabulous. Have a great rest of your day or evening, whatever time you're watching this, and I hope to see all of you guys soon.